Hey, and welcome back to Ancient Ways for Modern Days. My name is Mike Freeman. I'm the pastor at Valley Christian Fellowship in Longview, Washington, and we are continuing our discipleship journey looking devotionally at the Gospel of John, really learning how we trust Jesus and how we follow Jesus. And we are in this incredible section where Jesus is preparing his disciples for his death, his resurrection, and then his ascension. And in that, he's also preparing us for life post-Christ and his ascension. And so what we had yesterday is Jesus' preparation for us, him saying, I'm sharing these things to you so that when difficulty comes, when persecution comes, you will not stumble, you will not fall away. And now we continue, and here's what I want us to see today. John chapter 16, starting at the end of verse 4. Jesus says, I did not say these things to you from the beginning because I was with you. So when I was present, there were some things that I didn't share with you, but now that I'm going to be gone, I'm sharing these with you. He says, but now I am going to him who sent me. And none of you asked me, where are you going? There's been this back and forth and some confusion, but now Jesus is explaining to them where he is going. Well, he continues. He says, but because I have said these things to you, sorrow has filled your heart. Naturally. They have grown to love Jesus. They have put their hope in Jesus. And now he's going away and sorrow is filling their heart. Not only that, but sorrow is filling their heart because persecution is coming. The world hates Jesus. The world is going to hate them. We experience that when sorrow fills our heart, when the world is continuing on this breakneck pace toward foolishness and destruction. And sorrow fills our heart because the world turns on us and hates us. Verse 7. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is to your advantage that I go away. For if I do not go away, the Helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. Now, we think, man, I would so much rather have Jesus here in the flesh. But Jesus says it's to your advantage that I go to the Father, that I go to heaven, because I am going to send the Spirit who proceeds from the Father, and he will come to you. Instead of having the external presence of Jesus, we will have the internal dwelling of the Spirit of God. Instead of having the specific location of Jesus in one specific spot on earth, we will have the Spirit who dwells every believer from Longview, Washington to Longview, Texas to the ends of the earth, the other end of the globe. The Spirit is with all of us all the time. And so he says, this is to your advantage. Look, he's saying, listen, I know sorrow is filling your heart. I know following me will be difficulty. I know it's going to be hard and there will be persecution. He's saying to us today, I know there are times of trouble and great struggle, but I have given you such an advantage. And that advantage is, it's not your intelligence. It's not your wealth. It's not where you live. It's not whatever kind of abilities and gifts you have. The advantage is the Spirit is going to come. The Helper will come. Later we learn that Helper comes and dwells in us. We've already seen this Helper guides us. We've already seen this Helper. It works in the lives of non-believers. As we bear witness, as we share the gospel, the Spirit does what we cannot do, and the Spirit bears witness in the lives of other believers. We have this gospel commission, this great commission to make disciples, to share the gospel. And look, we have the greatest advantage ever. The Spirit of God is with us and working. So what does this mean? What is our ancient way for our modern day? Simply put, this means that we can be bold. Instead of being full of sorrow, instead of being full of timidity, instead of being fearful or apprehensive, instead of being reluctant and reclusive, we now have the Spirit in us and the Spirit working among us in such a way that we can be bold and trust the Spirit will do what we cannot do. This is our ancient way for our modern day. We have an advantage. We have a helper. We have the counselor. We have the Holy Spirit. So the ancient way for our modern day is it's boldness, it's comfort. But here's the application that I want you to engage in. When this video comes to a conclusion, I want you to simply stop and thank God for sending the Spirit. I want you to acknowledge the presence of the Spirit in your life, the gift that the Spirit is, and ask that the Spirit would guide you, and ask that the Spirit would help you in the mission by bearing witness of Christ so that others would trust in him and be saved. And this is our ancient way for our modern day.